This is an NBC 13 HD breaking news report.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. We do have some breaking news. Again, we want to update you about now. We have learned a plane crashed in East Birmingham sometime this morning. According to initial reports, a UPS cargo plane has crashed near the Birmingham airport. Right now, we think the location is near 19th Avenue North and North East Lake Boulevard. Now, we have been told the plane is burning now. There could be debris covering about a half-mile area. We do have a crew headed to the scene, and of course, we'll bring you the very latest along with some pictures and video as soon as it's available. You can also watch for updates here. Stay with us on Alabama's 13 News Today in Alabama and on alabamas13.com. Well, we are following some breaking news this morning. A plane crash in East Birmingham. According to initial reports, a UPS cargo plane has gone down near the Birmingham airport. It's right now, we believe, near 19th Avenue North and Northeast Lake Boulevard. Our crew on the scene says the wreckage of the plane is burning, and because of that, photographers weren't allowed to get very close. This is about as close as they could get to get this video. Our crew reports 2 explosions so far in that wreckage, and there could be debris covering about a half-mile area. Some breaking news for you this morning. That plane crash in East Birmingham. According to initial reports, a UPS cargo plane crashed near the airport upon landing this morning, or attempting to land. It happened near 19th Avenue North and Northeast Lake Boulevard. Now, we've learned that it was an Airbus A300, a pretty large wide-body jet. The plane was en route from Louisville, Kentucky, about to land at the Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport. Our crew on the scene brought back some amazing pictures as firefighters try to battle the debris fire there from the wreckage. We understand 2 explosions after the plane crashed as well, and that debris may in fact be covering about a half-mile area there near Northeast Lake Boulevard. The wreckage, they're still burning. Of course, we have the very latest coming in for us all morning long. We've been covering this, and this happened just before daybreak this morning. Again, roads leading to the airport from the communities surrounding the airport are going to be shut down as fire and emergency crews try to deal with this. But we understand from airport officials that this crash has not affected airport operations. So regular airport traffic is still moving in and out of the Birmingham airport. Of course, not a lot happening there overnight, usually just these cargo planes coming in and out of the airport in the overnight areas. We have Bettina Bowden live there at the staging area near the crash site. She's live on the phone with us now with the latest. Bettina, are you there?
Hey, good morning, Lisa. I am here, and I'm here on the corner of East Lake Boulevard, as you mentioned, and Northeast Lake Boulevard. Right now, that's put it in perspective, right in front of the Alabama National Guard unit. This road is blocked, and what we're seeing now is still plumes of smoke going through the air.
I have Sharon Wilson here, who lives not too far from the accident site. Good morning, Miss Wilson. This has been an active morning to you. I'm going to ask you to come a little bit closer. You actually heard the explosions.
We did. Actually, the airplane came right over our house, and we heard a plane act like it was giving out a fuel or something, and a few minutes later we heard this loud boom, and I'm like, what was that? Wow. And we had no idea that it was our airplane.
Now give me the lay of the land. How far do you live away from the crash site?
Oh, just right over the hill.
Wow. So when you came out of your home, what did you see?
Well, I had to come to the end of the driveway, and we saw all these police officers, and then we saw what a plane had crashed. So,
have you gotten an update from authorities? Are you able to go back to your home?
I think so, but I'm not sure right now, so I don't know.
Right. This road is blocking. Just to give people a little bit of idea, we're on the corner of East Lake Boulevard, and this is what Northeast Lake Boulevard, right in front of the Alabama National Guard unit. Again, this is not directly on the airport's property, but it's still in, or I should say it's in the vicinity. But when we talk about runways, no, it's not on the Birmingham International Airport runways, but it's still in the vicinity. How long have you lived in this area, Miss Wilson?
Oh, forever.
Forever?
Yes.
This your first time of this? Seeing a crash or hearing a crash?
Yes, and I'm so surprised. Oh my God!
What surprises you in terms of how quickly the authorities? So they got here.
No, they did. They really did. But how close it is to the house, and how close I am to danger. So yeah, it is a little scary.
Makes you kind of pause and think a little bit about this area. But tell us about this area, because I know, again, this is on the north side of the airport. Tell us about, is it heavily? I see a few homes, but you know this area better than I do. A lot of folks live here?
Well, actually, not a whole lot on this side, but on the other side where I stay, there's a community over there. I'm thinking it's Brownsville Heights. I'm not sure, but it is a lot of people on that side. of the plane crash. So I'm sure everybody over there is really scared.
Right. So again, no updates from police yet, and if you can go back home.
Correct.
All right. Well, Ms. Wilson, thank you so much for your time. Please be safe. And like you, we're going to be monitoring the situation and bringing you the very latest.
Now we have a shot of what this plane would look like. It is a wide-body jetliner, a short to mid-range jetliner. So this is not a plane that you would take on a cross-country trip, but these are for short hops. This plane coming in this morning from Louisville, Kentucky, where UPS has several pilots based. And again, on a plane like this, you might see as few as 2 pilots, pilot and a co-pilot on board, and potentially even a few other people, one crew member perhaps, or any other pilots who might be riding jump seat or catching a ride to Birmingham this morning.
So you can kind of see what we were dealing with, a whole lot of moisture. And I'll actually read some of the discussion for you. The National Weather Service said early this morning that it was a very difficult ceiling. The ceiling is the height of the lowest layer of clouds when the sky is broken or overcast. So the very low ceilings can be very difficult for visibility in and around portions of where they begin to make their descent.
I want to tell you now about a UPS statement that has just been released. This was flight 1354 from Louisville to Birmingham that went down this morning. UPS officials have now commented. Here's what they say. They say, at this time, we are still determining the details of this incident. We will release more information as it becomes available. As we work through this difficult time, we ask that you, as we work through this difficult situation, we ask for your patience and that you keep those involved in your thoughts and prayers. That's the big question this morning. How many people were on board this plane? What are their conditions at this time?
This is the section of road that is closed, and just beyond that, that is the field where I am told that the plane, UPS flight 1354, is simply broken into pieces.
FlightAware.com, you can actually see the flight path from Louisville, and it's a pretty straight, direct flight. There it is. And Crystal, if you could zoom in as we get closer to Birmingham, zoom in on that green line which shows the flight path, and you can see a little deviation from the path right as they get into the Birmingham area. And I'm certainly no flight expert, no aviation expert. I'm not a pilot, but we want to ask, and we will maybe in the day to come as we look into this story, if this shows anything significant. But as you can see, a little detour off of the path.
We want to get some clarification. This did not happen on any of the runways at the international airport?
Not at all. Not at all. They have UPS officials that are here, and they're up at the site as well. So it's a grim sight. But thank God, none of the people in the area or no other planes were involved in the crash.
You bring up a good point. This is the Zion City area. Yes. Neighborhoods, folks live here. Nobody was injured there. Can you describe the scene a little bit better for us?
Well, you can see packages kind of strewn over the area from UPS, but that area is cleared. There are no homes there, so that's a blessing right there. So no one was injured except the 2 fatalities, and we are very sorry to hear about that, but no other fatalities were included.
Airport is up and running?
Oh yes, every flight is still moving along on time. We're still up and running. This whole investigation will probably be handled through probably FTSB and FAA. So. All
right, Chairwoman Gaynell Hendricks with the Birmingham International Airport Authority. Thank you for your time again, confirming to us. There will be a media conference this afternoon at about 1 o'clock. We're going to stay with her, get any information. But Lisa, as you just heard, the scene is still pretty much a mess. Cargo plane broken into pieces, packages, of course, and the bodies still on the scene. 2 bodies, 2 pilots, unfortunately confirmed dead at this time. Not on any of the airport runways, but in a field just north of the Birmingham International Airport. And as we just heard from the chairwoman of the Birmingham International Airport Authority, Ms. Gaynell Hendricks, there will be a media conference, and of course, you can count on Alabama's 13 to bring you the very latest online on alabamas13.com and through our broadcasts. Again, grim news, Lisa. 2 pilots dead, and we'll continue to get in more information and bring it to you all as we get it. Lisa?
The very first pictures coming in from this scene showed the tail end of the plane on fire, a huge fire. This was a wide-body Airbus A300 that went down, a pretty typical plane for cargo plane. UPS has many like this. This is a shot of a plane just like the one that we saw crash this morning in Birmingham. Right now, again, we are awaiting a press conference from National Transportation Safety Board officials. This will be held just outside Reagan National Airport at Hangar 6, and we do expect to hear from or at least see the GO team. That's what they are called, the group of investigators who are just about to jump on a flight to Birmingham to come and investigate this crash. We expect to see that actual team as a part of this press conference in just a couple of moments.
The NTSB is just now launching to investigate, to begin the investigation. of a UPS crash involving a UPS Airbus A300-600. This airplane was flying from Louisville. It crashed while on approach to runway 18 at Birmingham International Airport. And I want to thank you very much for covering this story. Thank you.
Last name. Thank you very much.
All right, you just heard from Robert Zumwalt with the NTSB talking about the crash in Birmingham that happened earlier this morning. This is the shot I was talking about, and with the sun up, it's much more clear exactly how the plane came in and how it went down in this field. No homes around the area were hurt in this crash or affected at all, which is amazing. We do expect to hear from local officials later this morning. We'll bring you that too as soon as we get it.